And then if we move, well, in terms of pre-market movers, not much in the way of equity movers this morning because of the long weekend for the 4th of July in the States. So I've just taken the liberty of looking at what the expectation is for US equity markets as far as the S&P 500 futures are concerned. They're cooled down between 0.5 and 0.6%. So as far as the S&P futures are concerned, look for them to open around 2057 this afternoon. Simply US equities taking a sympathetic view alongside European equities after a Greek no vote. And then the other big mover this morning, and also playing a little bit of catch-up really, was WTI crude, so US crude oil. This time it's the August contract we're looking at, $54.50 a barrel. That's down 4.3%.
That's painful, isn't it?
It is. Why is it weaker? Well, obviously negative sentiment towards Greece, but also weaker US inventory numbers last week, i.e. a build in US crude supplies, and also a very weak rig count number, Baker Hughes rig count number on Friday, suggesting that exploration in the US is contracting still. So we'll see if that's just a one-off event over the next sort of 24 hours.
We've got the risk of back to 40 as a retest.
Yeah, quite possibly. I mean, you know, I have to say I was surprised to see petrol at 115 pence per gallon here when I got back, and maybe we'll start to see, you know, petrol prices start to weaken as well. And in terms of equity markets, obviously people have voted with their feet with all the issues around Greece in Europe. So the FTSE, we're now looking at 65.20 as a downside level, and I've gone with 6,600 just for a bit of round number psychology on the upside.
But well off the low. I think 64.15.20 was the opening gambit after the shock of the no. So it has recovered basically within the range.
Yeah, I suppose that's the best way to describe it. And the DAX also off the bottom, 10,840 is the downside level I've gone for there, and 11,075 to the upside. As far as US markets are concerned, I've gone with 2070 for the S&P on the downside, although even though we're likely to sail straight through that on the open, and 2086 as the upside level that probably won't get tested today. And as far as the Dow's concerned, I've gone with 17,677, plays again around number 17,800. Currencies, the euro has probably held up better than many might have expected, but I've gone with €1.10 against the dollar on the downside and 110.56 to the upside.
We didn't. Just to point out, we didn't actually break the low, I think, of June. The default day low, 109.50, I think that was there. So we held above that. Might be significant.
Yeah, that probably is quite a key signal for now. And in terms of the Aussie dollar, I guess the US dollar 74.60 on the downside, plays 75.20 on the upside. Dollar yen. The yen was weakening as I came out of the office, but 122.48 plays 122.92, and then in cable 155.30 versus 155.81 on the upside.
Okay, well that's pretty comprehensive. You're back in the swing of things, Darren, and recharged. And hopefully we'll have more of that this week. You won't sort of fizzle out in the fierce London heat. Darren Sinden, market commentator at Admiral Markets, thanks very much. And we'll be back with the Wall Street Crossover Show 1 p.m. tomorrow.